Hey guys, it's Kazaris bringing you another cool little deck profile. So today we have aliens. Aliens are a great archetype that came out in what was that? The Sea Stealth Attack, Abyss Encounters. That's what it was. So yeah, it came out in that. Majority is it's a majority free to play deck. All the monsters are rare. This incredible card here, A-Cell Recombination Devices, are rare. This easily could have been an ultra rare and it could have been a pay to win deck, but like this card does everything the archetype needs you. It gets you 8 counters on the field and gets you a monster in hand. It's fantastic. It adds so much consistency to the deck. Without this card, I really don't think they'd be anywhere near as playable. Pretty atypical monster lineup. So you don't see Kid a lot, but in this, like especially in the early builds, like back in February, nobody played Kid. You played 3 Telepath, 3 Warrior, because it was more of a back row heavy format, and Telepath was just much better. But now there's a ton of decks that special summon. So for a higher special summon 2 monsters in a turn, you get 8 counters on both of them. Amazonas can special summon monsters with Princess or with Willpower. Heroes when they mass change for Anarchy or fuse for Dangerous. So just having Kid to be able to put on 8 counters immediately is pretty good. And then your 3 Warrior on top of that. It's just the biggest normal summon for aliens besides Shock Trooper, of course, but nobody plays Shock Trooper. And when it dies by battle, you get 2 on the 2 A counters, which is cool. And then you have so you have your 3 of the more important ones, and then you have your 1 searchable Telepath and your 1 searchable Overlord. Telepath just for like, I was considering playing 2 Telepath, 2 Warrior. That's an option because this deck has an awful Amazonas matchup. It is so difficult. But I just figured I'd rather build the deck to beat for hire, the top tier deck, and then accept the loss against Amazonas. This build also does well against heroes, especially with Sphere Karibo and Mirror Wall. Just being able to dodge the 2 OTK decks in the format that play Trunade. So like Mirror Wall, you can flip it face up when they play Trunade and survive a turn, and then you pay 2k and trigger Destiny Draw. Or Sphere Karibo in hand can stop the OTK and stuff like that. And then sometimes if they Trunade, you're going to want to figure out if you want to use A-Cell on your own monster so that you can search another monster on the following turn, stuff like that. A couple other options. You can play Super Russian here just to help the Amazons matchup, or Cyclone to help. I just figured, like, if they get Queen and Swordswoman on the field, I'm pretty sure you just lose. Like, you can Canadia the Queen face down, that'll help, but like, not being able to kill their monsters by battle and having your monsters vanish every turn is just, it's too much for this deck to deal with, and I just accept the loss. Like, even with you could tech the deck out to play well against Amazonas, but even then I think it'd be an unfavorable matchup, so I just kind of accept the loss if that ever happens. But yeah, I like this build. Like I was saying, it's as Trunade proof as possible, because that's the problem with decks nowadays, or with control decks. They just lose to Trunade because you summon a monster, set 3 back row, and then they just Trunade and kill you. So I'm just trying to play options to stop that. Now I'm playing D-Draw. Like I was saying, I just want to try and breathe new life into this deck. You could play the standard balance. You could play like 3 Chalice here instead of the Karibo. And just play it with balance. However, Karibo is too good against Trunade, and if you play balance, then Karibo is going to screw up the ratios there. So D-Draw is like the other consistency-ish skill that'll help. Like, just being able to choose what you need for specific scenarios is really solid. I think I'm happy with the monster lineup. Like, you could maybe argue 1 less monster, but I don't know. I think it's pretty solid as it is. So we're gonna get into some replays here. I have 1 against Heroes and 1 against Last Gamble Batteries. So yeah, so Battery Men are playing Last Gamble now, or Bandit, or just like some really high impact skill that can just swing the duel in your favor. Because batteries are very solid, they're very consistent. It's just a matter of power plays. They lack really consistent power plays to be able to push you through your opponent's board. So Last Gamble and Bandit really help with that. Just being able to take a back row or draw 4 cards. Really solid. So yeah, so we're gonna open pretty well here. Kid set Mirror Wall with Karibo in hand. He's gonna Cyclone the Mirror Wall, that's fine. Destiny Calling. So this is a suboptimal build, but it's King of Games rank, so just try to make it as meta relevant as possible. So we're going to get a counter on the Anki. We're going to Sphere Karibo it. Now there was a delay here, so there's a delay on my draw phase and my standby phase. So I draw the kid, which is nice. I was debating tribute summoning the Overlord, but there's a delay. So it could have been Tretch. That would have sucked. But either way, I think it would have sucked. So I think I had to play around the ones that were more relevant. Like heroes can't play Econ, but they can play Canadia, Chalice, Super Rush, stuff like that. So I don't know. Like if I played around Tretch, I think I would have just lost anyway. Like if I didn't summon Kid, like he could Tretch his own Anki and my thing, and then he could just summon Decide or attack, and then if he had mass change his game again. So I just summoned the Kid, and it was the Canadian here. So this way he can probably only clear one monster. So he's going to Decider. He doesn't have the mass change, which is nice. We're going to draw another Kid here, Crash. Warrior would have been better because I wouldn't have had to Crash, but so be it. He's going to summon Celestial and Crash here because he wants to draw, and we're going to top deck the Warrior, which is awesome, and we're going to kill him there. Warrior would have been nice to have the previous turn, but that's alright. So yeah, we survived the first mass change push, and then it was pretty much game over from there because he didn't have another mass change. And this is the last Gamble Battery player here. He opens very solid. Discards Thunder Dragon, discards Thunder Seahorse, thins his deck by 4 cards. Gets a +2 in hand advantage. He's not playing Snipe Hunter though, which is really weird to me. So we're just going to summon set 3 here, standard alien plays. Against a True Nade deck, I would have probably just lost here, unfortunately. But thankfully he's not playing True Nade in here. He's going to Thunder Seahorse and Thunder Dragon. So he's already +2, he already has 7 cards in hand. And now he's just going to set the Microcell. Now I could have just not attacked the Microcell and made him flip and summon the Solar on his turn. I don't know. I just said screw it. I was pretty fine. Like I can live an Industrial here because I have the Canadia, which is nice. And then his Solar is going to summon a token and block up his field. We have the Kriwo in hand. We top deck the Canadia, which is nice. So now we can successfully clear that, and we have a Canadia for the following turn. So we're going to Canadia his Industrial again. This is actually a really good duel. Like I deck him out for game. And now he's going to tribute summon the Thunder Dragon. We're going to double Acel. So I know that, God, the counters are so weird. Like why? Like why did it show like Venom counters? Like sometimes it shows like cold counters and shit. Like counters and replays are so weird, and it counts down. That's always confused me. So yeah, so I know the A counters aren't going to protect my Canadia, but I just want to get them on there so I can search 2 free monsters on my next turn. So now we're going to search the Telepath, and then we're going to search the Overlord. Oh, actually, no, sorry. We're going to Telepath his back row first, and it's going to be Treacherous, which sucks. But we have the Canadia chain, and then we have the Overlord search. So we're going to be able to clear 2 monsters here. I'm going to special summon the Overlord. And we have 2 Karibos. So we're not going to be setting any back row, so any Industrial he summons should be dead. Like, it shouldn't be able to use Industrial's effect. Like, he'll just have to attack to try and clear something. So he discards 2, he draws 3. Kind of wish he drew more, so I could deck him out faster. Going to tribute summon, especially Industrial. Unfortunately, he has the Tretch, but we have double Sphere Krivo. Now it's a matter of drawing a monster. And we draw the Alien Kid. Going to attack that, and it's going to be Sphere Krivo. So even if we didn't draw Alien Kid, we still could have cleared his Industrial because Sphere Krivo does nothing against Canadia. And his is, I'm jealous of that prismatic one. Holy crap. Yeah, because Canadia is unaffected by monster effects. So he's going to clear both monsters here, unfortunately. We're going to draw another Kid. He's going to be forced to Sphere Krivo. But now he can't kill me. So, like, now that was his last card in deck. He can't deal 3,300 damage. So we win regardless of what we draw here. But we're just going to trigger our Destiny draw the last Kid, and attack for game. So we could have either attacked for game or just passed and made them deck out. So yeah, that was that replay there. Let's get into a live duel for you guys. And I want a new box. I want the rank to reset. I just want some fresh stuff for this game. It's getting stagnant yet again. So we got another Joey Wheeler here. Joey Wheeler. Hey, Yugs. We got a fucking weeb over here. We got the Dark Magician Girl sleeves and the Dark Magician Girl mat. We opened pretty well. That's a nice draw as well. I'm going to summon the kid. I'm going to say that's a microcell. We'll see, though. Smack! Sylvans. Oh, microcell. What a call. Yeah, last gamble is most common with batteries. Is this the same guy? No, okay, it's not. So we're going to put a alien kid counter on that. He's got a solar effect. Still in damage step. Probably send another one. Nope. Okay. I don't know why. He probably has a solar in hand, I guess. That's not... So, okay. So here's the problem with that. Oh, I can't pause it. So, him sending the thunder there, if he has solar and industrial already, he should have summoned the battery there so that he could special the industrial from hand. He gets a token there, unfortunately. I don't know. Solar summoning the token fucks you up regardless. So he's going to solar, send another battery, but now he gets a token. And he can't summon the industrial from the token. So, honestly, if I really wanted to, I could probably just deck him out now. Like, I could, like, because depending on what he has, like, back row wise, like, he's probably rebirth, maybe probably Tretch in there, unfortunately. But yeah, like, I could probably just deck him out for a while. Or I could attempt to push through. Okay, so here's a back row. So we'll see what it is here. He has the option to Tretch. Like, if that's a Tretch, I don't want to... Like, that could be Tretch. If I summon my monster, he Tretches both of mine, and then he's still locked. And he just has 2 solars, and I can take 33,000 and D-draw. Or I can just attack with Kid, then he'll Tretch my monster and his token. I'll keep a monster in hand, but then I'll be able to summon Industrial on my ass. But I'll have Canadia. I think I just want to do this. Yeah, this is fine. Let's leave him with the token. Yeah. So it's damage step. So it's not going to be Tretch, which is weird. But now we can Industrial. But we have the Canadia for it, so we're fine. And then we can telepath the back row. Considering it's not Tretch still. Because if he was smart, he would have Tretched his token and my monster to be able to summon Industrial. So I'm going to just go ahead and assume it's not Tretch. We're going to chain... We're going to chain 1 mirror wall here. So if he has the Industrial, attempts to go for game, we'll have the Sphere Creepo. And then we'll keep both on. We'll keep a mirror wall for the following turn. Turn the toggle back on. So yeah, so he'll have the industrial here. He'll be able to pop my Kid and my mirror wall. But we get an alien counter on that industrial strength, which is cool. He's gonna be pushing for game here. I don't blame him. He doesn't know that I can play Sphere Creepo. So I think I'm going to take. So I could. I want to be able to D-draw. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to take the industrial attack and leave it. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Shit, I messed up. Messed up, boys. Alright, so, we're still okay. We can still telepath, pop the back row. We're still fine. I'm not worried about this. That back row is probably something real now, though, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a floodgate. So, does he have... We goofed, boys. We goofed. Took the wrong one. So yeah, so if I had been able to D-draw that alien warrior could be an overlord, I could special the overlord. Get 2 counters on the industrial and reduce it to... This sucks. I'm gonna set 2 here. I don't know why I used that Sphere Creeper there. That was bad. Do as I say, not as I do. So it just comes down to what he hits here, I guess, because he's locked up. Yeah, he's locked up on monsters, so he can only attack with the solar and the industrial. Just depends what he hits. I'm gonna be able to mirror wall. Either way, I'm getting a D-draw next turn, which is a fine. I just hope he doesn't set any back row. Yeah. It's like, I could have not set any back row, but if he had back row to set, then I would have just lost right there because he would have been able to destroy my monster and I would have had no defense. So at least this way I keep one of my back row and be able to save it and D-draw. Yeah, so we're going to be getting 2 monsters here. Oh. Huh. Alright. So he's going to summon another monster? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, he's going to gamble. Okay, right. Nice game. Oh, 2 for 3. That's fine. Now, I'm just going to assume he's playing Sphere Karibo. But if he's not, we can just attack for game. This is unfortunate. Still has this snipe. Cool, guys, we really fucked up this time. Yeah, I can't. This sucks. I couldn't risk the miss. Like, I guess I should have. Like, our only chance to win there is if he missed. So I probably should have held it, but hopefully he'll be dumb and attack with industrial. It's unfortunate, boys. Unfortunate. Oh well. So yeah, so theoretically there we should have taken the industrial hit, D-draw for Overlord, summon the telepath, bait the back row, summon Overlord, clear the industrial. You still would have had snipe, but we would have had both mirror wall and Canadia. So yeah, that should have been our game there. But I misclicked. Shit happens, especially I don't know. I'd rather misclick now. Oh, I have one of these too. Nice. Yeah, I'd rather misclick now than in something serious. But yeah, that's the deck profile there, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you around.